So let's talk about the world of finance here in Kenya. We're going to pull back the curtain and find out what the real architects of our economy are actually doing every day. We all have that friend, right? The one who's totally swamped during audit season or is always talking about closing the books. They've got this whole other language, and honestly, most of us just nod and smile. But what is really going on behind all that jargon? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're pulling back the curtain to meet 6 key players in the finance world, and you'll see just how vital their roles are, not just for the economy, but for all of us. Okay, first up, we've got a really fascinating duo. Think of them as the ones who write the financial story, and the ones who come in right after to make sure that story is 100% true. So here's the simplest way to think about it. Wanjiru, our accountant, is the author. She's the one putting together the story of a company's money. Then you have Brian, the auditor. He's like the independent fact checker who comes in to verify every single detail. Let's see what that looks like in the real world. So let's talk about Wanjiru. She's not just sitting there crunching numbers. No, she's weaving a story out of them. She tracks every transaction, making everything so clear that a CEO can make those huge decisions. And get this for impact. She once found a company was losing 200,000 shillings every single month from theft. It was totally hidden until she made the numbers talk. And then there's Brian, the financial detective. His job is literally to be skeptical. He doesn't just take Wanjiru's story at face value, he has to prove it. In one pretty amazing case, he noticed something just felt off. Sales were high, but there weren't many people in the store. He dug in, and boom, he uncovered a massive fraud scheme saving the company millions. That's what an independent eye can do. And you better believe this work is demanding. You hear them talk about audit season, it's usually from January to March. That's when all the annual reports are due. It means crazy long nights and a ton of pressure, because these auditors are the final line of defense. It's a super high-stakes game. All right, so we've got our storytellers and our detectives. Now let's look at 2 roles that are all about the flow of money and keeping us safe. These are the people who help make dreams happen and protect us when everything goes wrong. So here we have Amina the banker. Her job is to be the bridge, connecting people who have money with people who need it. And then there's Kevin, the insurance pro. He's our guardian against the unknown. You see, one enables opportunities, the other manages risk. They're 2 sides of the very same coin. Amina's role is so incredibly human. Think of her as a money connector. There's this great story about a young entrepreneur who'd been turned down by every other bank. But Amina saw something. She took a chance on him, and she helped him go from just one single matatu to a whole fleet of 15. I mean, that's not just a loan, right? That's literally building the economy from the ground up. Now, look at this number, 15 million shillings. Wow, what could that possibly be? It's not a lottery win, no. It's a lifeline. And this is where Kevin, or future protector, steps in. That 15 million, that was the insurance payout to a business that was completely wiped out by a fire. Because Kevin had done his job right, assessed the risk, created the perfect policy, they had the money to rebuild. Without him, that company would have just been gone. Okay, our final pair. These 2 live in a world of really complex rules and regulations. They're the guides we absolutely need to stay on the right side of the law. So let's meet David, the company's internal rule keeper. He makes sure the business plays by the book. And then there's Njeri, the tax expert. She helps us, you and me, figure out the super confusing world of tax laws so we don't end up overpaying. David's job is so systematic. Think about it. A new law comes out. First, he has to review it. Then, he updates all the company policies. After that, he has to train the entire staff on the changes. All of this work protects the company from huge fines, and just as important, it protects customers like us. 2 million shillings. Here's another powerful number. For a small business or just a regular person, this kind of money, it's completely life-changing. And that is the Njeri effect. A client of hers had overpaid their taxes on a property sale by 2 million shillings. I mean, can you imagine? But Njeri knew the law inside and out, proved the sale was actually exempt, and got her client all that money back from the KRA. That's what real expertise looks like. And yup, just like with the auditors, the pressure here is absolutely immense. You've probably heard someone stressing about KRA season. Well, the deadlines for filing are non-negotiable. The penalties for messing up are severe. It's an incredibly stressful time that takes some serious focus. So, we've met all these incredible architects. What's the one thing that connects them all? Because it's not just about numbers and spreadsheets, it's something much, much bigger than that. We've met the storyteller, the detective, the connector, the protector, the rule keeper, and the tax expert. They each have their own unique part to play, but they're all building the exact same thing. And here it is. This is the big takeaway. While they all speak the language of numbers, what they're really managing is trust. They are the guardians of our livelihoods, the enablers of our dreams, and the protectors of our futures. Their hard work is what lets our entire economy run with confidence. So let's go all the way back to that friend from the beginning. The next time they say they're busy closing the books, you'll get it now. You'll know it's about so much more than math. It's about telling a true story, or helping a dream get started, or protecting someone's future. And maybe now, you'll have a much more interesting question to ask them about their day.